The lights shine brightly over Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Castrol GTX Cup Series' All-Star event, the Winston All-Star Race here, as the fans here are piled by the thousands to enjoy some great racing here today. But before we get to the All-Stars itself here, it's time for we actually have a last chance qualifier to go through here. The Winston Open is what this race is all about here, as we have 22 cars here who are trying to vie for the top 5 finishing spots. The reason why I say top 5 because, well, if you finish top 5, that advantages you into the Winston Open, Winston All-Star Race itself. To join in with the drivers who's either won in the first 10 races of the season or comes in this race as the previous season's champions, or past series champions, I should say. So that being said, here's the starting lineup here, and what a difference a driver change will make there, because Mitchell Hodak is out of the 6th car here after race at Sonoma. So thus enter in Matthew Vasconcelos, who is actually now taking over the 6th car for Colin Cropley's team. The Strolite Ford starts from the pole in today's event. He's alongside the boss man himself, Colin Cropley, alongside in car 25, the Folger Chevrolet. Second row is number 11, Noah Sewell, the number 11 Boas Ford. He's alongside number 43, Mike Becker in the STP Pontiac. Third row has Jackson Haywood, the number 15 Motorcraft Ford, and number 4, that is, that is William Brocken, a Kodak Film Oldsmobile. Row number 4 has number 83 Stephen Colon in the Bullseye Barbecue Sauce Oldsmobile. He's alongside number 71 Nathan Hudson in the Lifeboy Chevrolet. Going to row number 5 is number 88 Laura Chung in the Crisco Pontiac, and number 73 Daniel Bouchard in his Oldsmobile. 6th row has car number 84, I think. Yeah, car number 84. That is Austin Reed. He's alongside number 17 Michael Whitman in the top. Alongside number 55 Harrison Ponder in the Skull Crown Oldsmobile. Next row, number 90 Kat Betson and number 17 Michael Whitman. Next row down has number 16 Alex Rowe and number 14 Eric Monaco. Next row down is number 10, that is Caleb Fogler, and number 33, Amanda Evans. Next row down is number 70, Daniel Voiles, and number 8, Ryan Brommer. Starting shotgun is number 66, James Henry, and number 89, Cement Oscon. The Evan Rue Pontiac starts shotgun in this field. So, as we mentioned, but yeah, the format should be pretty simple here as far as the Winston All-Stars is concerned, as I explained earlier here. The Winston All-Stars is for the drivers who has either won who's won in the first 10 races of this season here, that meaning between the Daytona 500 and the last points race on the tour prior to this at Sonoma, and either that or they are the past series champions, provided if they signed up. So that being said, that's how you get into this race here. Then of course also to qualify, you have to finish in the top 5 in the Winston Open, which is what we're about ready to do right now. 20 laps in this race, and of course we'll have two 20-lap segments later in this video for the Winston All-Star Race itself. So with that being said, here's the starting lineup for today. Actually, I went through the starting lineup. My bad. With that said, here's the command to fire the engines for the Winston Open here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Command has been given to fire the engines as we get some racing here today. As the pace car leaves the field off a pit road for the pace up, we'll be back for the start of the race right after this. Pace car leading into turns number 3 and 4 here, as Matthew Vasconcelos has the pole for this All-Star Open here. Then Colin Cropley is alongside Ford and Chevrolet. Colin, would like to have all 3 of his cars in the All-Star Race itself here, but you got a lot of good drivers in this field here as well too. A lot of top names as well too in NNSCRA competition. Green flag flies. The Winston Open is underway. Who will finish top 5 within after the 20 laps are over for this race? That's going to be the question that's going to be asked on everybody's minds. Jackson Haywood trying to make a 3 wide to the low side here as he goes through turns number 3 and 4 now. And he's going to force an issue on the low side here. They're going to be 3 wide off turn number 4 here. Vasconcelos trapped on the high side. And Haywood's going to shove Sewell up the high side here. And Haywood's going to lead the first lap. I'm sure Matthew Vasconcelos didn't like being shut up on the high side. And I'm sure Noah Sewell didn't like being shut up on the high side at all. Off turn number 4, and I thought when he did that, I thought it was going to be a crash. I thought it was going to happen as well too. Jackson Haywood leads him down as they come through turns number 3 and 4 now. Large chunk at the second position now with the 84 of Austin Reed in third position now in the Miller High Life Buick. Austin Reed down the low side of the racetrack as they go through turns number 3 and 4 now, and he'll take that golden white Buick to the top spot now. That's in car number 90, the unsponsored number 90 is up to second position now, trying for the lead herself. Alexander Rowe, the 16 car, the Chattanooga Chew Buick, up to the third spot now. Then Caleb Vogler and the 70 car of Daniel Voiles also on the left side, and also Austin Reed's teammate Brian Brommer, the other gold. Miller High Life Buick. Alexander Rowe, car 16 up to the top spot now as they go through turns number 3 and 4, but Daniel Voiles has the top spot now in the 70 machine. Ryan Brommer, James Henry, and Cement Oscon, both those 3 drivers who have started in the back here, now up to take the top 5 spots now. And I'd say for James Henry and Cement Oscon, that would be quite an accomplishment for those 2 drivers here. That they can make it their way into the All-Stars itself too. And move the 66 car James Henry to the lead now. Oscon to the low side as they come down the back stretch here. Michael Whitman, the 17 car, trying for third spot. He tries to get past Wells, and he shoves Oscon to the lead now. In the 89 car, that's the blue and white Pontiac. Now shoved to the high side, and the low side goes the orange and white Tide Chevrolet. Oscon led that lap here. Remember, no points in the All-Star Weekend, though, but there's a load of points on the line for the 600 at Charlotte. So I guess you might say for some of these drivers here, they get an early test for the 600. Some of them have, at least. Until the All-Stars can take to the track as well, too. After the Open happens here, as they come through turns number 3 and 4 now, Harrison Ponder goes to lead with Nathan Hudson up behind second position now. Eric Monaco, the black 14. To the left side, that's another Oldsmobile. Oldsmobile's having the pretty much the advantage in car count, basically. Well, one of the advantages in car counts, I should say, because you got about 4 of them now in the top 5 here, anchored by the 4 car of William Brock, the Kodak film machine. Now the top 4 are all Oldsmobiles. Off turn number 4 right now, as you see Noah Sewell and Matthew Vasconcelos, I should say, the 6 car. It's really taken me a while to get used to saying that name. But Vasconcelos was the pole sitter for this event here, the number 6 machine, as he tries to make it to the All-Star race in his maiden voyage in this series. Which you think too as well too. Noah Sewell and was also in the maiden voyage as well too. Mitchell Hodak was the original driver of that 6 machine. I tell you what, Crappie may be kicking himself if the 6 car does advance into the top 5 into open, but it was Cropley's prerogative to put Matthew Vasconcelos in 6th car and let Mitchell Hodak go for the series area. And actually, I do apologize to Cropley actually for keeping Hodak in there at Sonoma when he actually wanted him out of that car after Talladega, actually in the Winston 500. But still, anyway, nonetheless, though, Vasconcelos is in that car obviously for the rest of the season. Maybe we'll see what happens there. Noah Sewell leads that lap here as we're halfway home. 10 down, 10 to go in the open. And now Stephen Colon, you know he wants to be in the Winston All-Star race himself as well too in an 83 car. Won at Pocono last season, the first Pocono race here last season. And here comes Mike Becker, 43, the STP punt, and he'll take the top spot now. And to the low side goes Cat Batson in a 90 car, pair of Petty blue-colored machines. $165 miles an hour to speed the pace we're seeing here today. So Ozcon has the fastest lap race so far at almost 166 miles an hour around Charlotte. And here comes number 84, Austin Reed. He'll go to the lead. And here comes Laura Chung to the other side. And she's got the 15 car Jackson Haywood, who led the first opening 3 laps in this race. Off turn number 2 right now. And Laura Chung, who won last season in the second race at Richmond, she wants to get in make her way into this event as well too. Amanda Evans, the 33 car, she wants to join her teammate Allison Rain, who not only won at Talladega this season in the Winston 500, but also came in by virtue of being a past series champion back when she was Johnny Gardner. Remember when she was Gardner? Remember she won a season 8 championship back when she was Johnny Gardner, I should say. That's why Allison's in that event as well too. So Amanda Evans wants to make her way, wants to join her teammate in that race as well too for that team. 15 car to the low side. Jackson Haywood has the lead. Here comes Ozcon. 89 that'll try to go to the high side here. Tries to stay ahead of Boyles in a 70 car, and Boyles is going to take second position away from Ozcon and throw Caleb Fogler in there too in that number 10 Purelator car, the Pontiac. Alexander Rose in there in the 16 car, that white and brown Buick, a little dash of goldenrod yellow on it. Harrison Ponder, he wants to make his way in the top as well too. They got about 5 laps to the salt to fight it out. The 16 cars that are in this All-Star race there, they are waiting to see. They're waiting to see who's the 5 that'll join them. Ponder to the low side, takes position away as they go through turns number 3 and 4 right now. You're on board with Harrison Ponder, who has our in-car camera in this All-Star Open. Gets shoved to the high side now. Caleb Fogler has the lead now. But here comes number 8, Ryan Brommer. The Miller High Life Buick, one of the 2 Miller High Life Buicks in the field here. Austin Reed being the other one. And here comes Michael Whitman, the 17 car. He could surprise and make his way into the All-Stars field as well too. Daniel Bouchard, he's not done anything at all. Daniel Bouchard trying to come off a horrific season last season. Wants to make his way in as well too in that unsponsored 73 car. Noah Sewell, who's had a decent start to the season in the Budweiser car, he wants to make his way in as well too. William Brock in that yellow number 4. Boy, who's going to make their way in? Here comes Bouchard to the low side of 73, goes to the low side, takes the lead. They'll be coming down for 2 laps to go. Noah Sewell, number 11, low side. For the lead, he's got Brock shoving him. Here comes 66 car of James Henry, who started this race 21st in this field. And he wants to go for a top 5 to advance into this race. White flag this time by. Off the 4 turn to come, Noah Sewell. Low side is going to go for is going to take the white flag. Here comes William Brock to the low side for the lead. Last lap. William Brock in turn number 2, the number 4, KODIAK Film Oldsmobile. Has a low side. Here comes Eric Monaco. Low side. He wants to knock James Henry out of the top 5. So does Vasconcelli. 6 cars. They come off turn number 4. And to the start finish line they come. William Brock is going to win the Winston Open at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The number 4 KODIAK Film Oldsmobile takes the victory here today in the Winston Open. And we're going to take we'll give you the top 5 here. Drivers advancing to the drivers who will advance into the All-Star race itself. William Brock, car number 4. Eric Monaco, 14. He'll finish 2nd. Here, Matthew Vasconcelos, his maiden voyage in a 6 car, and he'll race in the All-Star race. He'll end up finishing 3rd, 4th. We'll go to Nathan Hudson, and James Henry is the last qualifier into the All-Stars itself. He will finish in 5th position, just nosing out Colin Cropley for that number 5 spot. So there's your finishing order here. Average speed 162.161 miles an hour. William Brock, your winner. Eric Monaco, 2nd. Matthew Vasconcelos, 3rd. 4th, Nathan Hudson. 5th, James Henry. And they will be those 5 will advance into the Winston All-Star race itself. And boy, Colin Cropley was coming on with a beat. On James Henry in those last laps. I swear to goodness, if he had about another lap, he probably would have been in the All-Stars itself. But he ends up finishing 6th, Mike Becker 7th, Noah Sewell 8th, Stephen Cologne 9th, and Daniel Bouchard will come home in 10th. Amanda Evans, Michael Whitman, Austin Reed, Ryan Brommer, Laura Chung, the top 15. Then Caleb Fogler, Daniel Voiles, Harrison Ponder, Kat Batson, and Alexander Rowe, the top 20. Then James Henry and Jackson Hayward, I should say, and Samant Ozcon. So that's your finishing order in the Winston All-Star Open at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Again, William Brock, Eric Monaco, Matthew Vasconcelos, Nathan Hudson, and James Henry are the drivers who will advance into the All-Star race at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So that will do it in the Winston Open. We'll be back for the Winston All-Star race at Charlotte Motor Speedway right after this. Back at Charlotte Motor Speedway as the lights shine brightly over the All-Stars here for race number 1 of the 2 segments that we are going to do here today. It's the Winston All-Star race for season 33 of the Castrol GTX Cup Series, as 21 cars line up on pit road to see who is the best of the best this season, I guess you might say. As we've got former series champions, we've got race winners from dating back to the Daytona 500 this season. And we even got the top 5 finishers from the Winston Open in this event as well, too. So without further ado, here's the starting lineup for this race. Starting from the pole for this All-Star race here, she is the 5-time series champion. The number 9, Coors Melling Ford. She's Jessica Shelton. Starts from the pole in this year's season's All-Star race. Round number 2, he's a 3-time series champion in this series. Driver of the number 42, Peak Antifreeze Pontiac. He is the proud American from the state of Ohio. He's Kyle Matthews. Second row, the number 26 Quaker State Buick, starting in 3rd position here today. He won a season at Martinsville this season. And he also is a 3-time series champion. They're the pride of the state of Kentucky. He's Joshua Osborne. Going alongside of him, the 2-time series champion, the number 3 GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. He won a season at Atlanta. And he is the pride of the state of Georgia. He's Cole Deaver. Starting in 5th position, the man from the state of Maine, the two-time series champion, number 20 at Texaco, Havoline Ford. He's Keith Batson. Starting in 6th position, the number 94 Coors, number 94 Sunoco Ultra Oldsmobile. He also from the state of Kentucky. He was the first ever series champion in season 1. He's Dylan Poteet. Starting in 9th position, another one-time series champion back when she was Johnny Gardner. She was Johnny Gardner when she won that championship in season 8, but has changed the name, of course, since, and she's Allison Rain, the number 30 Country Time Lemonade Pontiac. Starting in 10th position, the number 57 Heinz Tomato Ketchup Pontiac, season 15 series champion, the California Crusher. He's Charles Sanford. Starting in 11th position, another a two-time series champ. I think he's a two-time series champion. Actually, I believe it. I'm actually not sure. But anyway, the number 75 Havoline Pontiac. He's the man from the state of Tennessee, the Q-Man Quentin Moore. Beside him, he won his championship in season 28 in the series. The president of the NNSCRA, the head honcho himself, he's Seth Cole, the number 52 Alka-Seltzer Pontiac. Next row down, and the number 2 Pepsi Kroger Pontiac, the season 30 series champion, the number 2 machine. He is Dylan Young, the man from the state of the Flying Floridian. Next, beside him, the number 7 ZEREX Antifreeze Ford. He won the season at Daytona in the Daytona 500. The last 2 times he's won the Daytona 500 in this series. The man from us here and hopes to fly the Maple Leaf flag hopes to fly the Maple Leaf flag high. In victory lane here today, he's a flying Canadian. The number 7 ZEREX Antifreeze Ford is Rafaela Duke. Next, we're down to the man who won the season at Rockingham in the Setco Ford car number 21. The man from the state of New York, he's Benjamin Miles. And beside him in that row will be number 5, the Ragin' Cajun from the state of Louisiana. The Levi Garrett Chevrolet car number 5, he's Phil Parker. Next row down, number 27, the Kodiak Pontiac is on the inside lane of this row here. The man here, he's Nathan Ormond at the wheel of that machine. He's alongside number 29, the Hardee's Pontiac. He's Zachary Fitzwater. Fitzwater won the season at North Wilkesboro. Ormond, by the way, won at Bristol. Next row down, the man who won the Winston Open at Charlotte Motor Speedway held earlier today. Earlier in this video, number 4 Kodak Film Oldsmobile. He's William Brock. Beside him is finishing second from the Winston Open is Eric Monaco in the number 14 Copenhagen Oldsmobile. Starting in 19th position, the number 6 Strolight Ford, who made it to Winston in his first ever ride in this car. He's Matt Vasconcelos, the number 6 Strolight Ford. Beside him will be another veteran in this series right here, the number 71 Lifebuoy Soap Chevrolet. He finished position 4 in the Winston Open, therefore qualifying him for this race. He's Nathan Hudson. And starting shotgun in the 66 Banquet Frozen Foods Chevy Lumina, who grabbing the 5th and final transfer spot in from the Winston Open. He's James Henry in car 66. He starts 21st and last in this race. And can any of those 5 drivers from the Winston Open win here tonight? Well, we'll find out in the 2 20-lap segments that will ensue. And here's the command to fire them up for this race here tonight in the Winston All-Star Race.
Drivers, start those engines!
Through the 3rd and 4th turns they come here as 21 drivers will settle who will be the winner in this season's Winston All-Star Race. This is segment number 1. 2 20-lap segments for this event here today, 40 laps overall, and see who's the best of the best here. The pace car's on the pit road. Green flag's about to fly, and boogity, 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 let's go racing, boys and girls. Into the third turn they come here. Jessica Shelton and Joshua Osborne side by side, and Osborne in that green and white 26 will poke his nose out and take the lead here in the first lap of this race. Keith Batson behind him in second position in the Davey Allison colors. Moves into the second position as they go into turn number 1 for, again, lap number 2 of this race here. The first lap at 161 miles an hour in this race here. As they come down the backstretch here, Batson has the lead. Here comes Allison Rain, Quentin Moore, and Dylan Young on the low side of the track as they come through turns number 3 and 4. Batson has won this race before, way back in season 3. This was when he won the All-Stars himself. Boy, and they are hauling right now 177 miles an hour out of these Cup 90 cars. That is plenty fast here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, or CTS visits it is at least, unless you go balls out at 100 at least, but still, which is what I did for all these cars as a matter of fact. And that's what almost 180 miles an hour looks like flying by you here at Charlotte. Quentin Moore, 75 car goes to the lead. The Dylan Young's in position. Here comes Benjamin Miles and Nathan Ormond down the left side. And the Winston Open winner right there behind the yellow number 4, William Brock. As they come down the front stretch now here Benjamin Miles goes to the left side. Here comes Ormond. He's going to keep Miles on the high side now as they go into turn number 1. And move Nathan Ormond to the top spot, or actually maybe possibly to the top spot here if he can get by Quentin Moore. Dips down, and he does have as he's now going to go side by side here. The blue and white 75 and the green and white 27. Down the left side, Ormond hopes to do the same thing Rusty Wallace did with this very car in 1989, and that was win the Winston All-Stars itself. Except he doesn't have a 17 car to spin out for that race, but. 17 of Michael Whitman, by the way, was in the Winston Open and did well in that race, but unfortunately not well enough to transfer. So there you have it with that. Unfortunately for him, William Brock to the lead, but here comes the 6 car, Matt Vasconcellos, taking over the hot pit from the car from Mitchell Hodak. Same driver that Colin Cropley, or one of Colin Cropley's drivers, I should say, as well too. Cropley came within a couple hundredths of a second of making the field, except this man beat him out. James Henry, the 66 car, who now has the lead here, but he beat out Cropley for that 5th spot by just a couple hundredths of a second in that race there. So, if anything for those driver 6 position on down in the Open, gives them an early chance to fix up a setup for the 600, which is next on the schedule on this very same track. James Henry has the lead here. Comes Nathan Hudson to the low side. He's on the inside of Rafael Leduc. Gets past him, and now tries to get past Henry for the top spot now. Pair of Chevrolets in a drag race down the backstretch now as they come into turn number 3. And it's Nathan Hudson to the top spot now with 14 car of Eric Monaco in there too. Dylan Pote, a pair of Oldsmobiles on the low side now. Zachary Fitzwater and the Pontiac right there behind that blue Hardy's machine. Hardy's back on board with that team after a successful season 32, where they won twice that season. Has already won one season, as we mentioned. He won the first Union 400 at North Wilkesboro. Bill Parker behind him, and Jessica Shelton, the 9 car, the pole sitter for this race. You're on board with Jessica Shelton, the number 9 Coors Melling Ford. As she goes into turn number 3, 177 miles an hour in the third turn. And down about 172 miles an hour. You have 172 off turn number 4. Following Phil Parker, number 5 now following behind Fitzwater in the 29 machine. And drops it down to 177, 176 miles an hour in turn number 1. Seth Cole moves her up the track, by the way, too. Seth goes inside for second position. On the 629 car of Fitzwater, gets past him and now gets past Parker for the lead. He's got it. Charles Sanford and Cole Deaver following him. And here comes Charles to the low side. He's going to try to take the lead, and he's got it. Quentin Moore with the fastest lap of the race so far, 178.802 miles an hour. And here comes car number 3, Cole Deaver, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. To the low side, you have former All-Star winner himself. He'd love to add another All-Star win to his resume. He won already this season at Atlanta. Kyle Matthews steps down low, takes the lead now. Dylan Young behind him. Here comes Osborne in 26 as he gets by Deaver in the 3, and now he's got the 75 of Quentin Moore behind him. Matt Vasconcelos in the 6 car. The Strolight Ford. And Dylan Young goes by, takes the lead here from Kyle Matthews as they come through turns number 1 and 2 now. Quentin Moore down on a 75 car. There's our second in-car camera, Keith Batson. From inside his machine, the Texaco Havoline Ford. Falling behind the 30 of Allison Brain. As they go through turns number 3 and 4, or turns number 1 and 2, I should say. As Matt Vasconcelos has to lead in the number 6 cars. They come in the back stretch now. Batson. Got driving help from behind the 21 car of Benjamin Miles. The Sitco car. And look at the rear bumper cam from Keith Batson's view. Boy, just tremendous stuff here at Charlotte Motor Speedway as he's watched Benjamin Miles goes low side, takes the lead away, but here comes Nathan Hudson, a pair of NNSCRA veterans on the low side. They met today to the Snickers Cup Series. One of the first series that Seth Cole ever did for this channel. And Hudson dips low, he's got the lead there. Nathan Orman behind him, and along with the 4 car of William Brock and the Kodak film machine. Rafael Duke's on the inside lane as well too, as is James Henry, one of the last transfer from the Open. And you also got the winner from that Open, from that last chance qualifier Open, William Brock, and they're going to go 3-1 in turn number 3. And Orman is going to put Hudson in the wall. Nathan Orman just put Nathan Hudson in the wall. And I'm sure Hudson did not like that at all, and I'm sure he probably gave Orman the middle finger as he drove by him. 2 to go in segment number 1. I'm sure, and that's the thing about segments. So you are going to have time to repair whatever damage you got. As long as those 2 don't fall a lap down though before the checker flag, which I don't think they will. But boy, that could have been disastrous right there as Rafael Duke has to lead now. He's got 29 car of Zachary Fitzwater and Eric Monaco. And a bunch as well too, and 3 wide behind them as well too. The white flag is out. And they're 3 wide there. Charles Sanford, Quentin Moore, and Allison Rain. Oh boy. Quentin and Allison just about did the same thing that the Orman and Hudson did there just a while back here. Joshua Osborne trying to get past those 2 cars as well too as they come on turn number 4. Meantime, they're coming on turn number 4 right now, and Eric Monaco and Dylan Pote is going to go for the win here. And Eric Monaco picks up the first segment. He'll win that race here. And they got down to 2 wide, come up to number 4. Coming the checkers that time by here, but Eric Monaco will win segment number 1 and the number 14 Copenhagen Oldsmobile, and that's where he'll start for segment number 2. And here's how they line up for that segment, and we'll be back for segment number 2 right after this. Back at Charlotte Motor Speedway, you're riding on board with Cole Deaver in the number 3 GM Chevrolet as he's running right now in 6th position at this point. So let's set the deal for you here as we're about to get set for the second segment of this race. It is Eric Monaco, your leader. 2nd is Dylan Poteet. 3rd is Zachary Fitzwater. Then 4th is Seth Cole. 5th is Rafael Duke. 6th is Phil Parker. 7th in position right now is James Henry. Cole Deaver, is my mistake, is running in 8th position right now. 9th is Kyle Matthews, and Jessica Shelton is in 10th. And Sanford, Brock, Vasconcelos, Benjamin Miles, Joshua Osborne, and Keith Batson. The top bunch of this field here. The green flag flies. Segment number 2 is underway. 20 laps down and 20 laps to go. And this is for the whole enchilada here at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Winston All-Star event. Who will take it for season 33? It's going to be the question here. Poteet looks to the low side, tries to get past Monaco to the low side. It takes the position away. Fitzwater tries to squeezes in between Poteet and Rafael Leduc, but nothing doing. In fact, Leduc kind of pushed him up the track here as they come up down the front stretch now. And Dylan Poteet, the Sunoco Oldsmobile, has the top spot for the time being. But Eric Monaco found the lane to the inside. Gets back past Poteet, and now here comes Rafael Leduc in a 7 car to the low side. Off turn number 4 right now, James Henry pulling up behind him in the Banquet Frozen Food Chevrolet. Kyle Matthews in there, Charles Sanford, Matt Vasconcelos in the 6 car, and Joshua Osborne in the 26 behind him in that green car. Down to Metro State come here, 170 miles an hour plus here. Kyle Matthews to the top spot now, or tries to get to the top spot. He's got his help him his buddy Charles Sanford. As they come on turn number 4 here, now Joshua Osborne makes a rolls to the low side, gets past Monaco in the 14 car, and now Matthews leads that lap, and here comes Sanford to the low side. Charles, another driver who's formerly won this race before. And boy, Matt Vasconcelos, if he can pull off the All-Star win in his maiden voyage in a 6 car, after qualifying his way in via the Winston Open, Colin Crumley may want to keep him in that car for the rest of the season, possibly. But we'll see what happens here as they come up to number 4. There's Vasconcelos right now runs in 2nd position. They're behind Sanford. He ducks inside. Charles led that lap in the 57 machine, but here comes Matt to the low side, tries to get the lead. With the help from Quentin Moore, the 75 car, who's got the push from Allison Rain, the 30 machine, the Country Time Pontiac. Bet you got 3 Pontiacs on the low side here. Quentin Moore, Allison Rain, and Nathan Ormond. Ormond, you remember, pushed Nathan Hudson in the wall, or got put in the wall by Nathan Hudson. They got the damage repair on the 27 and the 71 cars, and they are still running like nothing had happened. Not to mention also every pit crew fired 4 new tires on those cars, and set for the run to the finish here. Got her all filled up with gas, and let's see who runs it lean and mean in this last. Now coming to 14 laps remaining in this race itself here, as Ormond goes to the lead now with Keith Batson behind him in 2nd position in 28 car. Nathan Hudson. Wonder if we're going to see an episode 2 between Hudson and Ormond here, possibly. I don't know. Nah, Hudson this time he gives Ormond a little bit of room right there. So remember what happened the last time. And Hudson flies by him with ease as they come out off turn number 2. And Nathan Hudson has 2nd position. Here comes Dylan Young in the 2 car, Phil Parker in the 5, and Benjamin Miles in 21. Benjamin looks to the low side, tries to get past Ormond for 5th position. He's got the push from the 4 car of William Brock here in the Kodak Film Oldsmobile. And Hudson caught, or I should say Young caught behind Batson. Now Hudson has the lead. Now here comes Phil Parker. Tries to go to the low side to get past Batson. Gets past him, and here comes Phil Parker, the number 5 car, the winner of the season at Richmond. Race number 3 on the season here, and Phil has not won a race since, but he has got a strong car this season right now. He's won here at Charlotte before. That was in the 500 miler just a season back. A couple seasons back, I should say. Benjamin Miles to the lead now. William Brock, Cole Deaver, the 3 car, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. On board, Cole Deaver's car, running right there behind William Brock in the number 4 machine. See how fast Cole goes. Come off number 4, 169 miles an hour to the low side. Gets past Brock, or tries to. Does not lead that lap though, but he'll go into number 1 as the leader now. Zachary Fitzwater has the fastest lap of the race so far, 175.5 miles an hour. Eric Monaco in second position now, here as Fitzwater tries to thought about moving up behind Eric Monaco to try to push him to the lead, but no can do, because here comes that number 9, Jessica Shelton. Low side, the pole sitter for the All-Stars itself though. And you know Jessica wants to win this All-Stars again. She won this race driving the Matt Kenseth colors a few seasons back here and hopes to win it in the Bill Elliott colors now. But here comes Seth Cole to the low side. Jess leads that lap here, but Seth goes inside. He wants it, and he's got it in the turn number 1 with the help of Rafael LeDuc in a 7 car. Rafael, as we mentioned, he hopes to fly the Maple Leaf flag high in victory lane. He already did so in the Daytona 500 this season at Daytona. And here comes Poteet in the 94 car. He's not won a points race in a long time. And he's going a 3 wide here, maybe here. They come off turn number 4. That's James Henry 66 car. And Poteet in the very vulnerable spot at the middle of the track here. Shelton, I think, wants to back up to try to let it all happen here. But ooh, this is going to be edgy. You're going to turn number 1. Her and Poteet touch in turn number 1. But they managed to keep the handle on these cars, and they come off the second turn now. That could have been nasty between the 94 and the 9 as they come through turns number 3 and 4 now. Here comes Poteet. Low side, he gets LeDuc for second position now. Here comes as James Henry, 66 car leads that lap here, but inside lane, he's got company right there. Poteet, Matthews, Osborne, Sanford, Allison Rain in the 30 car. Coming this time by, we'll complete the 14th lap. We have 6 to go. This time by, Matthews pulls up behind Poteet for the lead now. Oldsmobile in first, Pontiac second, Buick in third, Pontiac's in 4th position, Chevy in 5th. Make that a Pontiac in 5th now with Allison Rain. And now you got 4 Pontiacs in the low side of the track here between Matthews, Sanford, Rain, and the 27 car of Nathan Ormond. And Matt Vasconcelos in the 6 car to Starlight Ford. You got 2 Fords on the low side behind the trio of Pontiacs. Vasconcelos in 6 car, and the other one behind him, Keith Batson in 28. Riding with Keith Batson. Car 28 to the low side, trying to get past Charles Sanford 57. Nathan behind his 6 car as they push Nathan Ormond to the lead now, number 27. Here comes Vasconcelos, car number 6. He'll go for the lead. He's got it through turns number 1 and 2, maybe. And he does. Move car 6 to the top spot now. 16 laps in the books in the second segment. 4 laps to go in the overall race. And here comes Dylan Young, number 2 to the low side. 3rd position. He's got it. Batson. behind Vasconcelos. Can those two hold him off? Batson comes to the inside of Vasconcelos for the top spot. 3 to go. And here comes Quentin Moore, 75 car. Hudson, he's getting into it. William Brock's getting into it now. And now Quentin Moore dives low side. Here comes Hudson and Brock. Behind him, the 71 of the 4 cars. Pushing the 75 to the lead now. 2 laps to go at Charlotte. Phil Parker's now in there. Benjamin Miles is in there. Fitzwater, Shelton. Any of these cars can win this race. And they come to the white flag this time by. Here comes Phil Parker to the low side of William Brock. Brock slams the door right in Parker's face as they come through turns number 3 and 4. Now it'll be the white flag for Nathan Hudson. He has 1 lap remaining in this race. Here comes William Brock, the Winston Open winner. William Brock dives to the low side. Can he hold them all up to win this race? Here comes Benjamin Miles, Zachary Fitzwater. Down the backstretch they come. Benjamin Miles, number 21, the Sitco Ford, who won at Rockingham this season. He'll come off turn number 4. Here comes Fitzwater. He moves inside of Miles to the low side. Is he going to get him at the line? No, he will not. Benjamin Miles wins the season 33 Winston All-Star race. Boy, what a race that was. Benjamin Miles, the number 21 Sitco Ford, goes to victory lane in the Winston All-Star race. He won at Rockingham, the points race earlier this season. And take a cool down lap of honor there, buddy. William Brock, who missed the entrance to the pit road there, he will end up finishing, I think, 4th position is where he's going to end up in car number 4, but oh my gosh, what a move by the 21 of Benjamin Miles as he wins here today. Average speed in this second segment, 172.991 miles an hour. Zachary Fitzwater, oh so close, he comes home 2nd position. Jessica Shelton, 3rd. 4th will go to William Brock. 5th to Cole Deaver. 6th position to Nathan Hudson. Then James Henry, 7th position. They're one of the drivers who, James Henry, the last driver who snuck in via the Winston Open last chance qualifier. He ends up finishing 7th in this race here today. Phil Parker, 8th. Seth Cole, 9th. And Quentin Moore will come home in 10th position. 11th will go to Eric Monaco. 12th to Keith Batson. Dylan Poteet, 13th. Matt Vasconcelos, 14th. 15th will go to Kyle Matthews. Then Dylan Young, Raphael LeDuc, Nathan Orman, Joshua Osborne, Allison Rain, and Charles Samper will round out the finishing order in this Winston All-Star race here. But congratulations once again to Benjamin Miles, who gets the win here in the Winston All-Star race at Charlotte for season 33. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got inner races, we got gaming videos, we got inner online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires to have for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup series, the main series on his channel. And if you want in on future seasons of Seth's series or any series that Seth does, be sure to get with Seth and he'll get you going. And also be sure to check out our other 2 channels that does NNSCRA offline. Those channels being X867539A58X. That's Dylan Young's channel, the man who does the NNSCRA Spectrum Mobile Cup series. And also check out Thrashman899's channel, the man who does the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup series. That's Levi McIntyre's channel. So subscribe to those 2 channels for some cool stuff, and also subscribe to this channel, the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel, for some cool stuff as well too. So that will do it here today at Charlotte Motor Speedway. For now, this is James Walsh. This has been a production of the NNSCRA celebrating 10 years of offline racing at its best. We'll see you back here at Charlotte for the Coca-Cola 600.